Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Hyagara, and I welcome you guys back to another episode of Oot 3D 3-Heart Run. In the last episode, we did a couple side quests here in Kakariko Village, namely helping the Kuko lady retrieve her lost pets, and breaking and entering into the royal family's tomb to learn the Sun Song. Afterwards, we went to Lon Lon Ranch, where we learned Epona's song from Malon, and then we played a game of Find the Super Kukos with her child marriage-endorsing father, Talon. In this episode, as promised, we will shortly begin our climb up Death Mountain, but first things first, I want to head back into the graveyard real quick, whereupon I will pull out my bottles, set them to X and Y respectively, and give Link a bellyache by drinking way too much milk way too quickly. Now, of course, we don't even need to be doing this because we haven't lost any health, but they replenish 5 hearts a pop, but what I really came here for, of course, are the bugs. Now, I want to put some in both bottles. Man, Link can't even pick up strands of grass. For a kid with such large forearms, he sure is pretty weak. Hopefully we can find something to help him increase his strength, but who knows. So anyway, as you remember from a couple episodes back, we came on over here to find the Kukos, but a little further beyond that, you'll find the snooty guard by the gate. So let's talk to him and see what he has to say for himself. The road is closed beyond this point. Can't you read that sign over there? Oh, I see. You're just a kid and you can't even read yet. But of course, we are here on official orders from the Princess of Hyrule herself. Oh, this is surely Princess Zelda's handwriting. Well, let's see. Okay. This is Link. He is under my orders to save Hyrule. What kind of funny game has our princess come up with now? Okay, alright. You can go now. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. Man, I hate condescending people. What a jerk. If you act like this, please stop. By the way, Mr. Hero, if you're gonna climb Death Mountain, you should equip a proper shield in blue text. It is an active volcano after all. Way ahead of you, pal. If you go back to the Hyrule Castletown Market, you should check out the bazaar. They sell the shield you need there. Well, you know, I found this in a grave in the graveyard for free, so I don't need your special discount. If you think you're good to go already, don't worry about it. I'd like to ask a favor of you. No, I don't expect you to do it. You just asking. Like, there's a shop that just opened in Hyrule Castle Market. Everyone's talking about it. My little boy texted me for a popular mask, but I don't have time to go there. So if you don't get a mask next time you're in the market, don't feel like it. That's okay, but I'll have a choice. It's my job. So maybe his condensation, or condescending behavior rather, I think condensation is a science term, really stems from his frustration to not be able to get his little boy the present that he wants. Because he's an adult, he's got a job, he's got a duty he must fulfill, and he can't abandon that, or else he won't be able to financially support his son. So here we have a new enemy type. They're called Red Tektites. Now, you can take them down in 2 slashes, or if you're feeling a little ballsy, you can go for the 1 jump slash and take them out in, not like that, like this. 1 fell swoop. Now, of course, the hurt boxes are a little janky, so you want to be careful, but if you space yourself, you should be just fine. So over here, we have our first Goron. Let's see what the boy has to say. I am one of the Gorons, the stone-eating people who live on Death Mountain. Look at that huge boulder over there. It blocks the entrance to Dodongo's cavern, which was once a very important place for us Gorons. But one day, many Dodongos suddenly appeared inside the cavern. It became a very dangerous place. Well, it sounds like they just reclaimed their home, if you ask me. I mean, it's called Dodongo's cavern, so I don't blame them for just suddenly showing up, but whatever. On top of that, a Gerudo in black armor used his magic to seal the entrance with that boulder. If you want to hear more Goron gossip, head up to our city. Goron City is just a little way up the trail. It won't take much longer to get there, even on foot. So, as you can see, much like in Hyrule Field, time passes normally here. However, much like in the castle courtyard, or outside the castle rather, Stall children don't spawn. The enemies that are here during the day, like the Red Tektites, they're also here at night, and that's all you gotta worry about. Well, them in this speeding, rolling Goron here, who travels on a fixed path, but if you're in his way, he will hurt you, and you'll get launched back, so you'll want to try to avoid that. If you stay close to the wall like I did there, you'll be just fine. Now, if you break these stones here, they drop rupees, that's very nice. But now what you want to do is head on inside these doors, where you will find yourself in Goron City. Now, there are a couple stairwells you can take to get down, but I just personally like to jump on down because it's faster, and if you jump from platform to platform, or floor to floor rather, you won't take any fall damage, so don't even worry. Now what you want to do is stand on this plush carpet here, and whip out your ocarina, and play Zelda's Lullaby. Such a pretty tune. If I ever have kids, I'm definitely going to play it for them as a lullaby. I already know how to play it on guitar, kind of, and even, like, my friend has an ocarina, and he showed me how to play it, so that's pretty cool. Now, here we have one of my favorite characters in all of Legend of Zelda. The heck? Who are you? When I heard the song of the royal family, I expected their messenger had arrived, but you're just a little kid. Has Darunia, the big boss of the Gorons, really lost so much status to be treated like this by his sworn brother, the king? Now I'm really angry. Get out of my face. Are you asking why I'm in such a bad mood right now? Ancient creatures have infested Dodongo's cavern. We've had a poor harvest of our special crop, bomb flowers. Starvation and hunger because of the rock shortage. But this is a Goron problem. We don't need any help from strangers. So just like the guard outside the gate, Darunia's being very condescending right now. But you can tell it comes from a place of frustration, being unable to help his people, because, you know, the main source of their food has been blocked off, and now they're all starving and hungry, or hangry, if you will. Now, what you want to do is, to save a lot of time, you want to grab fire using your Deku Stick from that torch in Darunia's room, and you want to light these torches here. Not for that, but I mean, if you're doing a regular playthrough, what you want to do is stand on an upper floor and try to throw a bomb in there, because if you do, it'll drop rupees on a piece of heart, but of course, we are not interested in pieces of heart in this playthrough, and rupees aren't that hard to come by, so I will not be worrying about that. Instead, I'm just going to pull out a new Deku Stick, or the same one rather, and bring the fire over here to these torches. Because... Did you hear that? Some familiar sounding music coming out of this tunnel. I wonder what would happen if we lit up these bomb flowers, stood back, cleared a path through, and headed on in. Back in the Lost Woods, and here we have our favorite character, Kibora Gibora. Link, good to see you again. Listen to this. Hoot hoot. After going through the Lost Woods, you will come upon the Sacred Forest Meadow. That is a sacred place where few people have ever walked. What's that? I can hear a mysterious tune. You should listen for that tune too. Hoo hoo ho. You want to hear what I said again? No! If you are courageous, you will make it through the forest just fine. Just follow your ears and listen for sound coming from the forest. Hoot hoot. Now, if you're playing with sound off, or if you come back later on in the game, you can't rely on the volume of the music to make it through. So as you can see here, it's loudest where you need to go, but if you were to head in the wrong direction, it'll be all quiet. But another thing you can do to indicate which way you need to go is stand close to the black void, and if you see an area load through, that's a pretty good sign you're heading in the right direction. Now, sometimes you'll stumble upon two places where areas load through. Now this is not the way we need to go for story purposes, but I'm here to collect a gold Skulltula. But first we need to deal with these business scrubs right here. So, fire away, my good sir. I surrender. In return, I will sell you Deku Nuts. 5 for 20 rupees they are. Let's make a deal. No way, that's such a ripoff. Yikes, I'm going home then. We got another one over here, who, if you think that's a ripoff, wait till you see what this guy's selling. Alright, you win! In return, I'll sell you Deku Sticks. 1 for 15 rupees they are. Let's make a deal. Not a chance, man. Yikes, I'm going home then. Now here we have a patch of soft soil. So you know what I'm trying to do here, of course. Get in there, bugs. And real quick, I'm just going to replenish both my bottles, because there are more patches of soft soil that we are going to stumble upon in this episode. And here we have another gold Skulltula. I will deal with you momentarily. Now, of course, 2 regular slashes do the trick, or 1 jump slash, but for some reason you can't L-target these guys. You can, however, L-target the tokens they drop, which is pretty interesting. But there we go, another one for the collection. So now what you want to do is head north here, because this is the way we're intended to go. Take a quick left turn, And now, remember that thing I said before about using loading zones to be your indicator? Well, as you can see in the bottom of the map, we are just at the edge of the Lost Woods, but the music's just as loud, so we want to go on through anyway. And here we are in the Sacred Forest Meadow that Gibora told us about. Now here we have a new enemy, Wolfos. There are two ways you can deal with these guys. You can treat them like an opponent and punch out, you know, let them strike your block and then retaliate. Or you can throw a Deku Nut to stun them. And finish them off with your sword. Of course, jump slashes do twice as much damage as regular slashes. So if you can land more of those, the fight should, in theory, end sooner. Now here we have more Deku Scrubs, but these ones are hostile. They are not like the business Scrubs. You have to either reflect their shot or throw a Deku Nut or shoot them with your slingshot and then finish them off with your sword if you want to. I find the easiest way to do it is to reflect their shots. And the way you can like L target and move around with your shield makes it very handy to traverse through this maze type area of the Sacred Forest Meadow. Now we're almost through. We just gotta jump in this body of water, take a quick left turn, and of course, once we head up the staircase, we're gonna find two more Deku Scrubs here. There's one down. Alright, this guy's shooting at us now. Come on. There you go. You've exhausted my patience. I'm just gonna throw a Deku Nut at you. And now let's head on up this majestic looking staircase and see what's waiting for us at the end. It's Saria, and she's sitting outside some very interesting looking structure here. Probably gonna be important later on. It's even got a fancy symbol and everything. Now, all her fingers look like they're glued together, so I have no idea how she's actually playing any notes, but, you know, I just think that's pretty funny. It's kind of like how no one can animate pianos or drums or guitars properly. I've been waiting for you, Link. This is the Sacred Forest Meadow. It's my secret place. I feel this place will be very important for both of us someday. That's what I feel. If you play the ocarina with me, I can teach you to talk with the spirits in the forest. Would you like to play the ocarina with me? No. Huh? How boring. Come on, play along. Okay, try to follow along with the melody I will play. Are you ready? One of the most famous songs in Zelda history. Rix Rix. I love Saria's song. It's such a classic, guys. Of course, in the sequel, if you play it backwards, something else happens. Will we do a 3-heart run of Majora's Mask? Maybe someday. Great, great! Please don't forget the song. Do you promise? When you want to hear my voice, play Saria's song. You can talk with me anytime. Suddenly, my ocarina started glowing, for I have learned yet another tune. You've learned Saria's song. Alright. That's important. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes listening to good music helps me blow off steam. So maybe we can try playing Saria's song for Darunia and see if that affects his mood at all. Now before we head on back to Goron City, there are a few things I need to take care of first. I would say I'd meet you guys back in Kokiri Forest, but I want to show you the shortcut out of here. Of course, this is the way they intend for you to take it because the ladder is right in your view, but you don't need to worry about traversing the maze. You can just jump on over it. I love the Sacred Forest Meadow, by the way. It's such a calming place, minus all the hostile enemies trying to kill you. But like the music, the scenery, I guess they're supposed to be like fireflies. Ah, you again. Woohoo! Did you learn an ocarina song from Saria? That melody seems to have some mysterious power. There may be some other mysterious songs like this you can learn in Hyrule. If you hold the ocarina with the ocarina symbol where a melody is necessary, a musical staff will appear. I recommend that you play a song you know. I also suggest that you play even when a score is not displayed, just like this. Hoo hoo hoo, hoot hoot hoot. You want to hear what I said again? Absolutely not. View the list of melodies you've learned, open the ocarina subscreen and tap the icon in the bottom right corner, select the song icon there, and you will see its name and melody. You may want to memorize them, the ones you use frequently though. Well, thank you, Gibora. You know, for a first-time playthrough, he is very helpful, I won't lie, but, you know, if you're a seasoned player like me, he's just really annoying. So anyway, to get on out of the Sacred Forest Meadow or Lost Woods as soon as possible, just head in any wrong direction and it will take you right on out to Kokiri Forest. Before we head into Kokiri Forest, I want to actually come back to the entrance of the Lost Woods, make a quick left turn. Oh hey, this guy looks important. Oh, he's gone now. But nah, the real reason why we're here, of course, is what else? A soft patch of soil. We want the bugs in that hole so we can get another gold Skulltula, please and thank you. Alright, so of course, while he's spawning in, gotta replenish the bottles. You know the drill by now, guys. Oh, what? I did not intend for that to happen. Well, I lost me bugs. I'll have to get some new ones. But first, I want to head on over here. Because I'm gonna ignore Navi right now. There's a business scrub. Now this one, I actually want to buy what he's selling. I surrender! To make your quest easier, I can enable you to pick up more Deku Sticks, but it'll cost you 40 rupees. Let's make a deal. Thank you very much. Now, normally, I don't pick this up in a regular playthrough because I think it's a waste of money, but since it's a 100% playthrough, I just want to show it off quickly. Anyway, I did not intend for the bugs to just crawl into the ground like that. That kind of sucks. I'll have to come back here later on because there's a soft patch of soil in Kokiri Forest that I want to grab, or I want to dump some bugs into, but there is a gold Skulltula we can quickly grab that does not require any bugs. Now, okay, in a regular playthrough, what you want to do here is stand on this platform and play Saria's song for the Skull Kid. He'll give you a piece of heart, but I'm not about that. I might actually have to do it later on for another side quest, but I promise I will not let it increase my health count, guys. I will not betray the mission. We are beating this game with as few health upgrades as possible, and we will not go above 3 hearts. One thing you can do, though, if you're ever in a pinch for health, stand in front of a Sheikah Stone here, or Gossip Stone, excuse me. Play Zelda's Lullaby, and it'll spawn a fairy for you. These recover all your health, and if you die and you have one in a bottle, it will revive you on the spot. Very handy. In regular playthroughs, I like to just fill my empty bottles with them because, you know, it's always nice to have that safety net in case you die. But we're going to try not to die in this playthrough. There's one boss fight I'm a little concerned about later on, but I think I'll be okay, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, behind the Know-It-All Brothers house here, we have a gold Skulltula, and I spaced it just right where I didn't trade damage with him. Did a quick backflip to retrieve it, and there's another gold Skulltula token for the books. So, in this episode of Ocarina of Time 3D 3-Heart Run, there I used the full title this time, we made our way up Death Mountain, we met Darunia, the boss of the Gorons, we collected a few more gold Skulltulas, and then we learned Saria's song. In the next episode of Oot 3D, first I'm gonna off-screen grab a bug and then bring it back here to show you guys the gold Skulltula I'm missing, and then we're gonna head on back to Goron City, hopefully brighten Darunia's mood with Saria's song, and see what happens. So until then, I've been Hyagara. I thank you all for watching. I bid you guys farewell.